Never miss a pattern forming again with this advanced tool. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil, keeping technical analysis short and sweet. And this is a sponsored video by ChartScout.io, and they're actually a very good company. So if you're kind of new to crypto and can't really see the patterns that I talk about almost daily, this tool is actually very, very beneficial because it'll give you alerts on coins that are doing these exact moves, whether it's cup and handle, downward wedges, a numerous amount of different technical analysis done by ChartScout.io. And with the future being where there's a bunch of bots doing trading behind the scenes that you don't see, this type of tool can give you the insight ahead of time. So we can see that we have 24/7 live monitoring. Right now, they got 4 major exchanges, thousands of trading pairs, real-time detection, multiple frames, multiple channels. But the main thing, they do have the basic, the pro, enterprise, enterprise plus. You can see that in the basic, they go as low as 15-minute time frames. The next level up goes all the way down to 5-minute time frames. And we have been dealing with the daily time frames. However, when the market starts moving, you want to start digging into those smaller time frames, whether it be 5 minutes, 15, 4 hours. Those are going to give you the better insight for the trades. And what ChartScout.io does is it gives you the alert. So we only have one pair of eyes, which is unfortunate. And a lot of the times you don't see the coins that are actually moving before they start to actually take off. There's a bunch of stuff that they're implementing. News articles, you can see that they have inverse head or inverse cup and handle patterns. And that's actually one pattern I want to show you that I've talked about in a previous coin known as demo. And demo is actually bottoming out as it looks at this current moment. Volume's picking up. It is in a, it's bleeding out essentially. But looking at this point, I was in demo at this exact moment right before the takeoff. Why did I look at demo? I saw it had this major pump, missed that entry, but with ChartScout.io, I could have seen that entry and taken this nice ride up before the cup and handle pattern formed. So if we dig into this a little bit deeper, we're going into the 4 hour now. So we got to zoom out, go back in history, and right here. Each one of these candles is 4 hours. So you can clearly see we held above the 200 EMA, had a 4 hour pump followed by hours and hours of bleeding out. Granted, there's wick offs, and Chart Scout IO would kind of give you that insight. However, the bigger picture is this nice red curve followed by this part right here. This pattern in general is known as a cup and handle pattern right here. And we can clearly see that with Chart Scout IO, it would state in the daily or in the 4 hour that a cup and handle pattern has formed. Immediately after that pattern, we had nothing but net major bull run to follow. So maybe you don't have eyes on demo specifically. Maybe you're watching multiple coins. You can't watch all those coins at once, and Chart Scout IO will give you that type of insight and let you know, hey, there's a pattern forming. We can go in here, we can check out, I believe it was in the alerts. I checked out one of the alerts in the dashboard, and you can see we got 7 alerts. XRP USDT, and these are within the 5-minute time frames. They give you a bunch of examples, and some of you may not be trading in the smaller time frames, so you may be okay with the standard that ChartScout IO offers. But in the long run, in the bigger time frame, ChartScout can give you those notifications before the coin actually takes off. And you could go ahead and click into one of these. It'll pull you up potentially in Bybit or different exchanges but we can see that, okay, it gave us the signal. It can bring us to the chart, give us better insight before we actually decide to take that trade. Chart Scout IO, hands down, great notifier, lets you pick up all the information, and you can actually select the exchanges. I do also promote MEXC, but for example, you could check MEXC exchange, the symbol that you want. Bunch of different symbols. They got USDT, spot. We'll go ahead and do all, and let's look for XCN. XCN USDT, XCN USDC, and we can apply that. And now it'll be watching that, the 4-hour time frame, the 15-minute time frame, the daily, and it is watching specifically on this one, the falling wedge pattern. And when we go over to XCN, what do we see? In the bigger picture, like we've been talking about, a falling wedge pattern. So just having this tool as an insight is highly, highly beneficial. There is a reference link in the description below if you guys are interested in using Chart Scout IO. Definitely check it out. It's very useful, and good luck. Have fun with it. I will see you guys on the next one.